Good morning. It's Tuesday. Van life has taken a turn for the worst. I've been in mourning. Remember my broken mug that I fixed? It's now broken. But the handle remained glued on and broke in new places. I don't think there's gluing this one back together. Yep. Sad day. And I don't know if you can see this. That locking drawer slide is now officially broken. That is why that mug is no longer. Because on a turn, the drawer flung open and whatever was in front of the mug, I think it was a mason jar, when the drawer came out and hit the end of its travel, mug was here, mason jar went. Sad day, womp womp. Busy weekend, folks. Did the suspension kit on the van. It took longer than anticipated. Not so much, not for the difficulty of work, but the difficulty of the size of the van and the weight of the van. And the working situation. We weren't exactly on level ground, which makes things weird. But suspension kit is done. Initial reactions: the van rides like an empty heavy-duty truck over bumps. So like imagine you're in like an F-250 or an F-350. And there's bumps and potholes in the road. And you kind of get that thud, you know, when you go over one, you go doof, like solid hit. It doesn't like shatter your spine, but you feel it. You're not like, oh, that like that wasn't graceful. That wasn't my, you know, my Buick Century. Which it's not horrible. You know, it's a little bit more rigid over the bumps, like I said, but it's not so bad that I'm like, oh my god, man, like I want to take the suspension kit off and put my stock stuff back on. No, not the case. Pilot hair. It gets everywhere, dude. Everywhere. Lost my train of thought. Turning, though. Holy shit. It made a crazy change to how this thing turns. Which, if you're not a car person, you might not realize how much like your suspension has to do with turning. Which I'm not like a crazy car person. I'm definitely not an expert on it by any means. But I at least know the general concept of things. And I mean, you don't even have to be a car person. You can just be like a physics person. You got 4 points of contact and a bunch of weight above it. Like you have a high center of gravity. You go to turn. You're turning this way. Well, force the gravity and like the weight is going the other way, right? So like it's gonna roll. You get body roll. That was really bad before. I'd be taking a turn if it was any type of like decent speed, you know, the van would literally feel like it's gonna tip over. And even if it wasn't at high speeds, even lower speeds, it would feel like it's tipping over. That is gone completely. I can take on a little test drive after my dad and I did the suspension. Mostly him. He was kind of being a bully. He was like doing a lot of the work. Where's it going with this? Oh, on a test drive, we took it down a pretty quick S-turn, and I took it pretty fast, like 40, 45, something like that, which in the old van, it's the same van, on the old suspension, that would have felt like deathly. Like it would have felt unsafe. Because it could roll, but it probably wouldn't have, but the feeling would have been as if the van was literally just going to tip over. So that's like a major change, is the way this thing takes a turn, which is phenomenal. I don't need to like be that guy in traffic or be that guy on the road that's going like 3 miles an hour to take a turn, because I had to do that before. So it's cool to have that upgrade. And again, the cushioning, like the hard hits over bumps, it's not the end of the world. It's noticeable, you know, but it's not gut wrenching. You're not just like, yeah. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. It drives like an empty truck. But it corners now like a well put together car. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna take this thing on a racetrack. Like, I'm not talking like that. But you know, it corners well. It does. Which is cool. Super cool. Yep. Yesterday, I got the alignment done on this thing, because when I did that suspension kit, it did raise the van. I no longer can go on some roads here in the Northeast because I am too tall to took a minute to measure it, and I'm like 9'7.5" with the fans down, meaning like the vent is not up, it's down. Just like I said, the fans are down. And I just said that again to make fun of myself, because I clearly made that a point, but then apparently I told myself I had to repeat it. Where am I going with that? Oh, with the fans up, which I do ride like that sometimes. I won't have them running, but I'll just have the vents up and I'll have the windows open so there's just a big breeze, you know? I'm 9'11", almost 10 foot. I'm gonna call it 10 foot, you know, just because it's easier to remember. So, yeah, it's pretty tall now. It raised it quite a bit. There's zero question about that. It is a pretty substantial step inside the van now. I mean, it always has been, but now it's like even bigger. So I might need a step stool. Not really, but kind of. I didn't do this, so I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to take a measurement of that. Oh, you know what? Where's my tape? No, dang it. I immediately regretted saying that because my tool bag is tucked away. Dang it. Wow. It is 25 inches from the ground to the top of the doorstep. Like where you would put your foot. That's fucking huge. I don't know what a normal tread height is, like on a stairwell or something like that, but it definitely ain't no 24 inches. What else do I got to go over? I don't know. I'm gonna do a video on the kit where we do like a little walk around, and I'll talk about what my dad and I did, and some like, it wasn't necessarily roadblocks, but just some, you know, just some like delays in the process, because Agile, so the kit I got is from Agile Off-Road. They don't have necessarily like paper directions on how to install this. They have it's a pretty thorough 30-minute YouTube video, which goes over all of the parts and how to install them and yada yada yada. But there are definitely some holes in like the explanation, which I get. I'm not bashing them. Like, they make these kits for a range of years, you know, so their bracketry and things of that are made to fit multiple year Sprinter vans. So I'm sure that they need to like prioritize things, if that makes sense. So like, okay, well, we should make a hole over here for the 2018 year, but 2017 needs a hole over here, like for sure, because you can get away with, you know, fudging up this other hole on the 18. So we're going to prioritize this other one, you know, and we can't make a hole for both because of strength reasons, right? So, like, I get it. They can't have it just be a super plug and play. Well, I mean, I guess they could, but they'd probably have to make it for each individual year, you know, and have custom custom bracketry for everything. But none of it was like super show-stopping, like, oh, we can't do this, it's not safe, that's not smart, blah, blah, blah. Like, none of it was the end of the world at all. But some explanation would have been nice, or some like additional documentation to be like, hey, this isn't going to fit perfect because XYZ. Don't panic. Here's the workaround. Cool. Would have been nice. It's totally doable. Like, you can figure it out on your own, you know? It's not like you can't. But it's definitely not something I'd suggest just like anybody jumping into. Like, I would definitely suggest you have a solid mechanical background. Yeah, that's the story. Suspension's done, happy with it. Got the alignment done yesterday, that's kind of, was I going there? I don't know. So I drove up to Boston Sunday night. It's kind of nice. They did not have a gate on their lot, because I didn't think about this, but like car dealers in the city, like, they can't really have your traditional outdoor car lot because there's no space. Like, they can't buy up enough space in the city to make a big car lot. So this Mercedes dealer is like an indoor, like, car lot. Like, they have a big garage, like big parking garage that's like, it's fully enclosed, and that's their like new car sales lot. Like, yeah, it was kind of wild. But anyways, they have a parking area, obviously. And there's no gate. Some dealers have gates on their lots so that after hours you can't go driving in there. They did not have a gate. I was able to pull in, sleep. It was great. I slept in. That was super nice because my appointment wasn't until 8. So I slept in pretty late. I need to have some coffee because I'm ready to wrap this jibber jabber up. I am drinking new coffee from Salem, Mass. It may or may not be haunted. Atomic Coffee Roasters. Diesel. I had a bicycle, I thought it was cool. Can't pronounce half the stuff on there, but that's alright. It's 6:30, folks. The train's here. There he goes. Yeah, Mexican Johnny confirmed. You are absolutely supposed to honk the horn upon approaching a platform or crosswalk or road crossing or anything like that. There's a whole book of rules, he said, about when they're supposed to be honking horns. I already buttered that. I just need to put eggs in it. So that day that there was no honk, homeboy was in the wrong. Like, when he was approaching the station, he should have honked. Ah, this egg, dang it. Okay. Where was I at? I was getting coffee, which is gonna be scorching freaking hot. I should have poured it when I started the video. Oh, I slept in yesterday. Yeah, that's right. That was nice. It was a long drive. It was like 2.5, maybe 3 hours to get up there. Which is funny because, like, that I say that's a long drive now. I think I've been spoiled because I haven't been like on the road in a while. Been working up here about a month, about 4 weeks. So yeah. Spoiled. Need to get back on some 10, 12-hour drive days. Go see the country. Dog, what are you doing? Where's Jeffrey? Oh, there he is. So, at my parents' house, they've got a little box of toys, and Pilot likes to go in there and pick a toy, and, well, not pick a toy, he picks them all and then takes them out and squeaks them to death and yada yada. But there's this one, it's a giraffe, which Mom and Dad kept calling Jeffrey. I don't know why. I don't know if that was a core toy that turned into a dog toy or whatever. But anywho, he ends up taking it outside this weekend. So now it's an outside toy because he gets it all dirty. Like dirty. And it's so dirty because he keeps burying it at their house. Like he digs a hole and buries it. As if he's hiding it to like save it for later. And I don't know where he's getting that from because he's never done that with toys ever before. He's not he hasn't buried his food, but there's been a time where I've seen him, like when we're out on a hike or something, or I'll bring his little foldable bowl, and you know, I'll give him some food in it, and if he's not like, if he just wants a snack, you know, he doesn't want to eat the whole thing, he'll find like some leaves nearby or sticks or whatever, and he'll nose them over his food bowl as like, what I'm assuming, like hiding it to save it for later. So, I mean, I don't know where he gets it, because I haven't taught him that. And I don't deprive him of his food, like it just stays there. If he eats it, he eats it. If he doesn't, I don't take it away or move it or whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a I'm out in nature and I know there's other animals around thing. But, yeah, he just started burying this toy. So that's kind of funny. So, he now has it in the van. But he's not burying it. Like, it's just sitting out there right now. So, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Funny dog. Funny dog. He's got a girlfriend at the dog park. Maggie May. She's like I don't even know. She's like some kind of pit mixed with some other big old square head dog. I don't know. Like some bully type breed thing. I don't know. But they're funny. She's like 2.5, something like that. And they just rip, roar, and rally the whole time we're there. Like if they come across each other, there's like, that's it. There's no like me and the owner. Oh shit. I think it's Jeff. There's no us going like separate ways. Like if we want to keep walking, you know, to just keep walking and whatever, not happening. I mean, we can, but it's like together. Like there's no, we're gonna go this way and you're gonna go that way. Not happening. Not happening. And they're both like really good dogs, like they're well trained. But it's just like there's no, like that's it. Like they're just into it. They're into each other. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Quit rambling. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta finish cleaning up Pilot's accident. He peed like a gallon last night. But I was like dead to the world. So who knows if he like was trying to get me up to let him out. So I mean, I'm not mad at him. It is what it is. But really, like, do you have to park next to me? There's 100 other fucking parking spots. God, don't you see I live in my van? Oh well. Yeah, but luckily he did it on the floor mat up front. That thanks, Dad, you cleaned it for me. I guess Pilot said, "Fuck you." But I mean, it's not the best spot for him to do it. Honestly, the best spot would have been on the floor mat, like the walk-in mat, because it would have absorbed it all and I could just throw him out. But there is no rural king up here, so I wouldn't have been able to get $1.99 floor mats. So I don't know. But all right, folks, have a good rest of your day. Cheers.